All right, shalom, shalom. This is Brother Mayum coming at you from GMS Tampa Bay. First and foremost, I want to give all the praises and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rachah HaKodash. Double honors to the elders, apostles of Great Millstone, and much blessing and salutations to the Akim around the four corners of the earth who are diligently pushing out this truth and sincerity. And I just want to do a quick video laying back and off the Apostle Tahar going into this the banking euro area stress test, which is the acronym for that is the BEAST. Okay, and as the apostle said, man, we've been telling you that this is what was gonna come. Okay, literally the banking euro area stress test, and then the acronym for it is BEAST. Okay, and pretty much what these guys are doing. All right, and I'm gonna just read you the overview. It says is a model used to assess the stability. Matter of fact, let me go back to this PDF file. All right, and this is off the European Central Bank .europa.eu website. Okay, and this is a PDF file from their website entitled "Working Paper Series Banking Euro Area Stress Test Model." All right, and it says, let me see here. I'll just read the non-technical summary, all right, because it does have an abstract. Matter of fact, I'll read the abstract, and then if Lord allows it, I'll read the non-technical summary. But I'm going to just read this abstract because, again, you got to understand what they're doing with these tests, all right? Because that's what the BEAST stands for here in this particular program that they're running. All right, there's a purpose of why they're running these tests. Okay, so let's read a little bit of what this is about. All right, and use the scriptures to filter and to decipher what they're actually doing. Okay, because as the apostle said, man, we've been starting from the apostles, we've been saying that the MLTB, all right, the mark of the beast is the RFID microchip, man. We've been telling you that it's going to be tied to this the banking system. All right. We've been telling you it's going to be tied to your money. All right. It's going to be tied to all your information. Okay. And as the nature of Esau goes, all right, he has to cause issues. All right. He has to cause trouble or chaos to bring about some type of structure or order. Okay. Which we've been telling you is the beast system. And it just so happens that the Lord put it in this man's spirit to name this program here the Banking Euro Area Stress Test, or in parentheses, as they have it, BEAST. All right, so it says this is the abstract of this document. It's a 59-page document, kind of going into everything of what they're doing. All right, high-level model descriptions. They kind of just break everything down pretty detailed here. I haven't finished going through this all, but I'm just gonna read. Brothers can read it on their own, as I did, as the apostles tell us to do. But this is the abstract of this article, or this PDF file here. It says the Banking Euro Area Stress Test, or BEAST, is a large scale. Okay, you gotta keep be paying attention to words like that. Large scale semi-structural model developed to assess the resilience of the euro area banking system from a macro prudential perspective. Okay, and one thing about Europe, more specifically London, this is the finance capital of the world. Okay, or as the scriptures call, one of the unclean frogs. Let's get that real quick. In the book of Revelation of 16, let me just pull up, see where to start here. I'll just get right to the point. Verse 13. Revelation 16 and 13. And I saw three unclean spirits like frogs come out of the mouth of the dragon, and out of the mouth of the beast, and out of the mouth of the false prophet. All right. So now we understand that these three unclean frogs, all right, for those brothers that have been in this for some time now, we know that this is talking about the mouth of the dragon and the mouth of the beast and of the false prophet being Washington D.C. All right, the false prophet being the Vatican, okay, the Roman Catholic Church, and then you have the London, the city of London, which is the finance, which is the where the IMF or the international or not the International Bank of Settlements, but the what is it? The IMF, International Monetary Fund. If I could remember correctly, that's what it stands for. But which is the IMF being the the finance capital of the world. Okay, so Europe has a big part of this. Obviously we understand that that's a part of the beast spoken of in Revelation 17. All right, which is that beast having 7 heads and with 10 horns. Those 7 heads being those seven empires of the Edomites. All right, starting with the Greeks, the Romans, Germania Major, Germania Minor, the Spanish, the French, and the British. Okay, and then the 10 horns being the 10 allies of Rome. All right, which you had the Luxembourg, the Alemanni, the Gauls, I believe the Gallic or the Celtic. I can't remember exactly all of them off the top of my head, but I got them written down somewhere. But you get, brothers can do their own research for those of you that don't know those 10 allies, which today is the European Union. Okay. The European NATO nations make up the beast today. All right. So with them doing this Euro stress test, all right, of banks of a large-scale semi-structural model developed to assess the resilience of the Euro area banking system, okay, it goes to show you what they're preparing. They're trying to probe their system to see how things are going to react with the chaos that they're getting ready to bring, because that's all this is preparing. They're preparing to see how the system is going to react so that they can adjust and know how to maneuver when when the chaos ensues, so that they can bring about their the program that they really want to bring about, which is that MOTB. Okay, which is here, man. It's already here. It's just being implemented. Okay, so it says going back to this abstract here. It says the model combines the dynamics of a high number of Euro bank area banks with that of the Euro area economics. It reflects banks' heterogeneity by replicating the structure of their balance sheets and profits and loss accounts. In the model, banks adjust their assets, interest rates, and profit distribution in line with the economic conditions they face. All right, there you go. With the economic conditions they face. So what are the economic conditions that we see the world facing right now? All right, is a devaluing, is a collapse. Okay, they like to use the word recession as if it's just going back but it's gonna bounce back, but it's a collapse, it's a complete collapse, man. The economy of the world is in complete shambles. Okay, people our pockets are starting to get tighter and tighter. Okay, more specifically with these beast nations. Okay, so it says bank responses feedback to the macroeconomic environment affecting credit supply conditions. When applied to a stress test of the Euro area banking system, the model reveals higher system-wide capital depletion than the analogous constant balance sheet exercise. So they're pretty much testing the system with various events, various changes in so-called various changes in the economy and how these banking systems would react. Okay, so let me read this non-technical summary because it makes a little bit more sense in here. It says a microprudential stress test attempts to inform regulators and the public. You see, and they don't push this out there to the public for people to look these things up, man. They don't tell you that they're doing these things. Why? Because they just gonna come out with it, and they know that the majority of the people are gonna conform because they've done tests here and there with people just conforming with what the governments push out. Okay, but it says and the public about potential risk originating in and propagating from the financial sector. Okay, why the financial sector? Because you mess with a man's money, okay, and you gonna fuck with him, man. You gonna piss him off, which is what's getting ready to come, man. It's gonna be a complete chaos, and we've seen this happen, as the apostle was mentioning in his video with these bank runs, man. When people start to feel some, and uncomfortability, with their finances, Jake starts to lose their damn minds, man. People start to panic. So when these things really hit the streets, man, it's going to be complete chaos out on the streets. People are going to be trying to get their money out of these banks. They're not going to be getting their money. People are going to be looting. People are going to be angry. People are going to be breaking into things, okay? And then Esau is going to come out with this new system, okay, the MOTB, of how to get things back online, okay? And this is the purpose of these tests, to see how things would react, okay? It says, such a stress test aims to make sense of both complex balance sheets and most likely bank reactions to negative economic developments. Ultimately, it allows, see, and you got to ask yourself, why would they be doing tests to see banks' reactions to negative economic developments? Why not positive economic developments? Well, because they know what's coming is going to be a negative economic development, which is the economy is going to crash. The starting with the dollar, man, because the dollar pretty much propagates the world economy, man. All right, and we see that, as time has been going down, the dollar has been losing its strength. All right, which is it still has its power, but it's losing it. Okay, and the value of it is quickly losing its liquidity. Okay, and it says ultimately it allows to timely alert the regulator and the market about capital and liquidity needs of the banking sector. It says this paper introduces the banking euro area stress test, or BEAST model, developed. You see, these damn devils just put these things right in your face, man. They don't try to hide these things anymore. Okay, they're just coming out with it, and whether you see it or not, that's up to you. But see, they've put the wool over your eyes, man. Jake has been put in a deep sleep. That's why the scriptures tell us that it's high time to wake up out of sleep, man, for our redemption draweth nigh. We're at the end of this thing, man. Okay? We're at the end of this man's empire, this damn devil Esau Edom. And what's getting ready to come down the road is not something nice, man. And if you're caught sleeping, hey, good luck. Because you're going to be caught unawares, man, as the scriptures tell us. Okay, this is going to be like as Yahushua stated, man, in Matthew 24, a time like no other. Okay? Never has there been a time like what's getting ready to happen on the earth, man. Not the time of the deliverance from Egypt, not the during the time of the Syrians, and nothing, man. Okay, 70 AD, none of that is going to compare to the chaos that's going to ensue here in these last days, man. Okay? It says this, where was I? I'll just read this again, start from here. It says the paper introduces the banking euro area stress test, or BEAST model, developed for the purpose of macro-prudential stress testing of the euro area banking sector. The model includes a macroeconomic block for 19 euro area economics and a representation of 91 systematically important banks with their individual balance sheets and profit and loss accounts. The model incorporates so they have their accounts, these banks. They in this test, they have the profits. All right, they have the the loss accounts. Okay, they have their balance sheets. Okay, and they're throwing this information into these tests, and they're throwing in conditions. They're changing up conditions to see how these banks would react, to see how things would go with these banks and these accounts, okay, and these balance sheets. And what they're gonna quick, and I guarantee you, what they quickly find is that things start to go red. Ironic, huh? It says the model incorporates the interactions between banks and the real economy, and by following a semi-structural design can provide a narrative for systematic risk transmission channels. You see, by following a semi-structural design, what is that telling you? That they have a design, okay, for a systematic collapse, okay, for a systematic uh, uh, negative economic development. So they have a design of how things would go. By following a semi-structural design can provide a narrative for systematic risk transmission channels, man. So how these banks, how they can communicate with each other during a time of, of a negative economic, event, so that these banks can somehow stay afloat. Which is, we know that a majority of these banks are going to all collapse, and most of them that stay open are going to be connected to these central banks, which is why the European Central Bank is doing these tests. Okay, it says this. It reads, two features make the beast particularly see, two features make the beast, in all caps, particularly suitable for macroprudential stress testing. Banks in the model can adjust the size and composition of their assets along with interest rates or dividend payouts. You see, and what the apostle was going into was the bail-ins, okay, which the banks take your money and they bail themselves out. And so when you go to the bank to go get the money, to get your money, they don't got it. Why? Because they took it. They took it to save their own ass, man. Okay. And when do banks do that? Well, during times of negative economic developments, man. Okay. It says thereby banks' behavioral response functions are estimated using historical bank level data sets. This model feature deviates from the so-called constant balance sheet assumption in most of the micro prudential stress tests. Second, the model incorporates a feedback loop between the financial sector and the real economy, which who is a part of the real economy? You people, man. You're the ones buying, you're the ones selling, okay? So I read that again. It says, second, the model incorporates a feedback loop between the financial sector, all right, those that have the money stored up, right, and the real economy to counterbalance the realization of capital shortfalls and deterioration of asset quality. Banks adjust their credit supply. These reactions of individual banks, once aggregated on a country level, translate into a negative credit supply shock and add to the initial scenario adversity. You see? Because when you go to the bank and you can't get that money out, it's gonna add more wood to the fire, man. Okay? It reads, to illustrate the working of the model, the beast is applied to event. I'm telling you, man, these devils is slick, man. They really think that they're slick, but see, the Lord has revealed his secrets unto his servants, the prophets, man. And Lord's well, I'm a part of that number, man. But these things are being made plain upon tables. What these devils are doing, man. Okay, and in the end, they shall speak, man. And these prophecies, man, are speaking, man. You're a damn clown if you don't think so. You're completely blinded, and the Lord just doesn't want you to get these things, okay? And as the scriptures say, matter of fact, let's get it, man. Let me get this real quick. Salakia. I forget exactly where. It's not that one. Salakia. Right, Matthews 13. Let's get that real quick. Because again, man, if the Lord ain't waking you up to this, if you just can't see what we're talking about and what's getting ready to come to the earth, man, then it's because the Lord doesn't care about you, man. The Lord just he doesn't want to deliver you, man. He wants you to stay in this position, this non-believing state of mind, so that when these things come to pass, you're caught unawares, man. You're caught as a thief in the night, and you get taken. Okay? It says Matthew 13 and 15, and this is the Messiah speaking. For those of you that say you love God and Jesus Christ, well, this is your Messiah speaking, man. Okay, Matthew 13 and 15. It says, for this people's, well, matter of fact, let me start at verse 13. As a matter of fact, let's start at verse 10. Matthew 13 and verse 10. And this was the disciples speaking unto Yahushua, who the world only calls Jesus. It says, and the disciples came and said unto him, why speakest thou unto them in parables? So why the disciples were asking, why are you talking to them in riddles? You know, he answered and said unto them, because it is given unto you to know the mysteries of the kingdom of heaven, but to them it is not given. For whosoever hath, to him shall be given, and he shall have more abundance. But whosoever hath not, from him shall be taken away, even that he hath. And what do we have, man? What are we being given? The knowledge, wisdom, and understanding of the times, of the things that are getting ready to come upon the earth, man. This is what Yahushua, the Messiah, came to do, to tell his disciples of what was getting ready to come. But there was a good news. The good news was that if you believed on him and you followed after him, that you too were going to be passed over, that you would escape the said troubles. Okay, that you would be covered by the blood of the Lamb, right? But if you didn't, you would be, as it said here, he shall, well, I'll read it again, verse 12, Matthew 13 and 12. For whosoever hath, so whoever has that knowledge, wisdom, and understanding, that oil, to him shall be given, and he shall have more abundance. But whosoever hath not what? The knowledge, wisdom, and understanding, that oil, okay, from him shall be taken away, even that he hath. And what is going to be taken away? Ultimately, your life, man. As the scripture says, he that shall gain his life shall lose it, and he that shall lose his life for my name's sake shall gain it. Okay? It says, verse 13, therefore speak I to them in parables, because they seeing see not, and hearing they hear not, neither do they understand. And in them is fulfilled the prophecy of Isaiah, which saith, by hearing ye shall hear, and shall not understand, and seeing ye shall see, and shall not perceive. Verse 15, and this is the point, for this people's heart is waxed gross, okay? And their ears are dull of hearing, and their eyes they have closed, lest at any time they should see with their eyes and hear with their ears, and should understand with their heart, meaning their mind, and should be converted, and I should heal them. So see, the Lord doesn't want that. The Lord doesn't want to heal them. Okay, this is why they've been given over to this mindset of not believing, of not understanding. And then what did he say to his disciple? But blessed are your eyes, for they see, and your ears, for they hear. For verily I say unto you that many prophets and righteous men have desired to see those things which ye see, and have not seen them, and to hear those things which ye hear, and have not heard them. So you see, these things that have been written about thousands of years ago from the prophets of the Lord, all right, from these accounts, all right, whether you believe them or not, those things were not seen. They weren't heard. But now we're starting to see these things take place upon the earth, man. Okay? As it tells us in Habakkuk chapter 2. Let's just get that real quick. We quoted it earlier. Habakkuk 2, and I'll start at verse 1. I will stand upon my watch and set me upon the tower, and I will watch to see what he will say unto me and what I shall answer when I am reproved. Okay? So this is what we've been commanded to do, man, to watch. Okay, to sit upon a tower and blow the trumpet and warn the people. Because that's what a watchman does. A watchman in the ancient days would sit upon a tower and scan the surrounding areas for potential danger. And when they would see danger coming, what would they do? They would blow the horn and warn the people in the town. And this is what the prophets of the Lord have done. This is what we've been commanded to do, to come out here and pervade the world and give you the understanding by blowing the trumpet and letting you know that danger is coming, man. And this is what we're telling you is happening with this beast system, which they're coming out and telling you straight to your face that they're calling it the beast system. Okay, the banking euro area stress test, but it's beast. Come on, man. These people are throwing it right in your face, man. But again, you don't see these things and you don't believe because the Lord don't want you to. The Lord don't want to save you, man. All right. But Habakkuk 2 and verse 2. And the Lord answered me and said, write the vision and make it plain upon tables. What were the visions? The prophecies, man. The visions that the prophets of old received, and make it plain upon tables, that he may run that readeth it. And what have we done here in these last days is we've taken these visions and we've written them. We've made it plain upon tables. We made it very simple for you to understand. But you still don't get it. Because what it say that he may run that readeth it. But who's running? Who's going to run to prepare themselves? Not the masses, but a few. Okay? It says, for the vision, verse 3, is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come. It will not tarry. So these things are going to surely come, man. But in the end it shall speak. And where are we at? We're at the end, man. Okay, we're at the end of this world, of this era, of this time period. And the beginning of it that followeth is going to be forever. Okay, which is going to be the kingdom of heaven on earth. Okay, as the Lord's Prayer says, let thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. So what's going to be done on earth? Righteousness, order. Okay, the Lord's people being back in the state that they used to be in. Okay. And the world is going to be run in complete righteousness, which there's going to be no more wars, as we see right now. There's going to be peace on earth. Okay? When the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. But when the wicked rule, the people mourn. And who's ruling right now? Job 9 and 24. The earth is given unto the hand of the wicked. If not, it says, Job 9 and 24, the earth is given unto the hand of the wicked. He covereth the faces of the judges thereof. If not, who and where is he? So if the wicked isn't the man who's ruling the earth right now, who's changed the images of the Messiah to make him look like unto himself, who's changed the depictions of the prophets unto themselves to make it look like, oh, this is our people. They've even put themselves over in the land that the Lord chose for us. Okay, and call themselves the people. So if it's not them, then who is it? If it's not these people that are ruling the earth right now, and you know who I'm talking about, man. Okay. If it's not them, then who is it, man? Because we know what the scriptures say, that Esau is the end of the world and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. We also know that Malachi 1 and 4 says that Esau Edom shall be called the border of wickedness. So if the earth is given unto the hand of the wicked, what time period are we in then? As the Apostle Ramla says, think about it. So let's go back to this summary We're almost done with this. It says two features make the beast particularly suitable for macroprudential stress testing. Banks and the models can adjust the size and comparison of their. Well, we read this. It says the. I'll read the last sentence again. The reactions of individual banks, once aggregated on a country level, translate into a negative credit supply shock and add to the initial scenario adversity. To illustrate the working of the model, the BEAST is applied to evaluate the performance of the euro area banking sector under the adverse scenario of the 2018 EBA, and they don't give um, they don't give a an understanding of what this word EBA means. It says of the 2018 EBA supervisory stress test, the adverse scenario for 2018 through 2020 considered a period of prolonged systemic stress with a substantial drop in euro area output and in residential house prices. And what's getting ready to get, that's all everybody's talking about right now. The housing market's getting ready to cool down, right? I just had some lady yesterday talking to me about this. Oh, the housing market's cooling down. And I said, cooling down. I said, this thing's about to crash. Because, you know, a lot of people, especially down here in Florida, you know, a lot of people came moving down here and the housing market blew the hell up. Okay, so people thinking, oh, well, my house is worth so much now. I'm going to sit on it, let it build, you know, equity, and then, you know, make some money off of it. But soon, very soon, things are going to come crashing. But it says, where was I? With a substantial, okay, yep. And in residential house prices, along with rising unemployment rates. And what have we been seeing? What have we been seeing, man? Come on, man. But this was test. This was no scenarios, man. These are actual events that are taking place, man. So they've been doing these things and preparing for these. Because what happened in between this EBA supervisory stress test between 2018 and 2020? You tell me. Okay. It says by emphasizing the feedback between the banking sector and the real economy, the model amplifies the severity of the scenario and reveals higher bank capital depletion than the original EBA stress result. So this is a little bit more of a detailed stress test because they're getting down to the nitty gritty. They're getting ready to push out this system, and they need to know exactly how to maneuver to implement what they really want to do. Okay, you do tests to prepare yourself, man. This is the whole purpose of when you go to school, you do these tests so that when you go out into the real world, you're able to perform these tasks and these systems of equations and use them in real time. Okay, which when you go through this document, they got a bunch of formulas in here, man. Okay, nothing but formulas and charts, and you know, they're telling you, which, you know, like I said, this is a 59-page thing here, man. There's a lot of information in here. Okay, lot of information, man. You know, so hey, man, you know, these things are being made plain upon table. The Lord is allowing this man to expose himself, which is what the Lord is doing. All right, let's get this in Nahum. The Lord is making this man expose himself. Where is it? Yep. Nahum chapter 3 and verse 4. It says, because of the multitude of the whoredoms of the well-favored harlot. And who's the well-favored harlot? America. Okay, which America, when you go to Revelation 17, okay, let's get, where is it? Right. So let's just start at verse 1 real quick. And there came one of the seven angels which had seven vials and talked with me, saying unto me, come hither, I will show unto thee the judgment of the great whore that sitteth upon many waters, the many waters being the people of the earth, with whom the kings of the earth have committed fornication, and the inhabitants of the earth have been made drunk with the wine of her fornication. So the kings of the earth, who are these nations that have committed fornication? Who's been getting in bed with this whore? and the inhabitants of the earth have been made drunk with the wine of her fornication. Who's being made who's fallen after the way of the philosophies and customs of the whore? Okay, who's the one pushing their imminence throughout the earth, man? It's America. Okay, these nations of the earth have gotten into bed with America. They use the dollar. For the longest time, the majority of the earth has used the dollar to purchase oil, to do trade. Okay. It says, so he carried me away in the spirit into the wilderness, and I saw a woman sit upon a scarlet colored, what? A scarlet colored beast, full of names of blasphemy, having 7 heads and 10 horns. So who's this whore, this woman that sitteth upon the beast? It's America, man. The beast being the NATO EU nations. And the woman was arrayed in scarlet and purple and scarlet color, and decked with gold and precious stones and pearls, having a golden cup in her hand, full of abominations and filthiness in her fornication. And America is one of the most abominable nations on the earth, man. A lot of wickedness emanates from this country, or radiates from this country. And that having that golden cup, man, the Lord has made America, or had America be a golden city, man, a great city. Okay. It says, and upon her forehead was a name written, Mystery, Babylon the Great, the mother of harlots and the abominations of the earth. Okay. So who is this woman, this whore that rideth upon the beast? Is America, man. So Nahum 3 is talking about the same whore. Okay, Nahum 3. Now we understand that, going back in history, this is specifically speaking about Assyria or Nineveh. Okay, but it's twofold. Okay, because in today's time and end time prophecy, okay, America is as Nineveh. America is as Babylon. America is as Egypt. Okay, and what happened to all those cities? They all collapsed. They all had the Israelites in captivity, as America does, or well, does. Okay. And what happened to those nations? They fell. They collapsed. Okay, so it says, Nahum 3 and 4, because of the multitude of the whoredoms of the well-favored harlot, the mistress of witchcrafts, that selleth nations through her whoredoms, and families through her witchcrafts, behold, I am against thee, saith the Lord of hosts, and I will discover thy skirts upon thy face, and I will show the nations thy nakedness, and the kingdoms thy shame. So the Lord is exposing this devil, man. The world is seeing it. Okay? The world is seeing exactly what this devil is doing, and the Lord is revealing it not only through his prophets, but the Lord is putting it in this man, okay, these rulers of this earth, to push out this information, to tell you that this is what they're doing. Okay? So let me get one more precept. I think it's 2 Thessalonians. Right. 2 Thessalonians 2 and 3, it says, let no man deceive you by any means, for that day shall not come. What day? The return of the Messiah. Right? Well, let's start at verse 1. 2 Thessalonians 2 and 1. Now we beseech you, brethren, by the coming of our Lord Yahushua HaMashiach, and by our gathering together unto him, that ye be not soon shaken in mind, or be troubled, neither by spirit, nor by word, nor by letter, as from us, as the day of Hamashiach is at hand. The day of Christ is at hand. Let no man deceive you by any means, for that day shall not come, except there come a falling away first. And what happened to the Israelites? Okay, specifically in this time period that this was being written, there was a falling away. 70 AD ended up coming, right? When you go into the history, where Rome sieged Jerusalem. I think they started really in like 67 or 66, somewhere around there. There was a siege. Okay. And Israelites were starved out. Okay, eventually they killed themselves. The women were eating their children, and this is all in history. This is secular history. Okay, when Rome eventually went inside and broke it, finally got into Jerusalem, the wall, got into the city where the Israelites were at. They found people eating leather, people just looking like a bag of bones, man. Women had eaten their children. Okay, and what happened? Jake, the majority of Jake dispersed. They got out of a lot of Jakes got dispersed from that area, man. Displaced, I mean. A lot of Jakes left. A lot of Israelites went north. A lot of Israelites went east. They went south into Africa. Okay. And over time, what happened? They forgot who they were. They went into slavery. The so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. And then they got pushed throughout the four corners of the earth into all these different nations, into China, into India, into the South America, North America, Central America, into Europe. All these places where the Israelites were taken to in captivity, and they got taught the ways of the people of those nations. And so over time, what happens? They forgot who they were, which is what the scriptures tell us was the plan of these heathens, man. Okay? So that falling away happened already. So except there come a falling away first, and that man of sin be revealed, the son of perdition. Who is that? Esau, Edom, the damn devil the Bible speaks of, man. It says, who opposes and exalted himself above all that is called the Most High, or that is worshipped, so that he as the Most High sitteth in the temple of the Most High, showing himself that he is the Most High. And what does this man do? He creates his own miracles. He creates healings. He creates food. Okay, he creates weather patterns. Through what? Through his technology. Okay. It says, remember ye not that when I was yet with you, I told you these things? And now ye know what withholdeth, that he might be revealed in his time. And this is the time where he's fully being revealed, man. It says verse 7, for the mystery of iniquity doth already work, because the Roman Empire was in power at this time. The Roman Empire was the empire of the Edomites. There's books written about this. Look it up. Rome, the empire of the Edomites. Only he who now letteth will let. And who is he that who now letteth? The Most High will let this devil rule until he be taken out of the way. Now I added that part, until he will let him rule, because all it says is only he who now letteth will let until he be taken out of the way. So the Lord allowed this devil to rule. He fell, right? The Roman Empire eventually collapsed, but then they had what? The time period known as the Renaissance, which was the rebirth of this devil, of this beast system. The Roman Empire coming back into power, starting with France. Then you had the Spanish, then Britain, and then what came out of the seventh, which was Britain, the eighth, which was America. Okay, and it says, and then shall that wicked be revealed, whom the Lord shall consume with the spirit of his mouth, via the prophets. Okay, and shall destroy with the brightness of his coming. Because when the Messiah returns, this man is going to be destroyed, man. And this is the time period that we're approaching. That's why this devil is moving with haste. That's why he's doing these tests, to hurry up and figure things out so that he can get these things implemented. Revelations 12:12, therefore rejoice ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you having great wrath, because what? He knoweth that he hath but a short time. And this man knows he has a short time before the Messiah returns, so he's trying to disappoint. But the Lord is going to disappoint him, man. So, hey, with that, Lord's will was edifying. I want to give all praise and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Racha HaKodash. Double honors to the elders, apostles of the great millstone, and much blessing and salutations to the Akim around the four corners of the earth, who are diligently pushing out this truth and its truth and sincerity. With that, I say shalom.